With each guy, you know, they come from a different background, they have different thoughts and perceived notions about what strength training and what conditioning is for them on the basketball court. And so from right away, I got to explain to them, and I got to begin the buy-in of this is going to translate out on the court. And when they're getting recruited here, that's one of the first things I say is, if we're not doing stuff in the weight room or with conditioning that's going to translate over to the court, I'm going to be wasting your time, and I don't like wasting people's times. The next part is then speaking their language, explaining how each of these exercises is going to strengthen them for the game of basketball, and how when they begin to move better, when they begin to get stronger in different positions, how that's going to translate to increased explosiveness. So one of the biggest things that basketball players bring up is, hey, I want to be quicker laterally. Well, if you don't have the mobility to be able to create force in a low position, you're not going to be quicker laterally. It doesn't matter how much speed work or how much plyometric work we're going to do. And so also, if we're not strong enough in those certain positions, then we're not going to be able to produce force in those positions. So explaining to them those things, why each part of the training we do, from the warm-up and the mobility to the squatting to the hinging to the pulling, whatever it is that we're doing, is going to apply over to a good strength base. So we can do speed work and plyometric work and all that as much as we want until we're blue in the face, but if we don't have the strength base behind it, then we're not going to be able to produce as much force. For me, part of it is I try to listen to what the coach is saying, and then I try to translate what they're saying, what they're looking for into into our program, into what we do in the weight room, into what we do in conditioning, into what we do in speed work, and then I go back and I say, hey coach, this is what we're working on, this month, this week, and this is why we're working on it. So it's a two-way relationship. The other thing is I try to not get too technical with the guys, because if I bring on all this textbook knowledge, you're going to look at me with a blank stare, and there's always the cliche, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, and that's something that I pride myself in, is just letting them know, hey, I'm here for you, and like I said, it's all about translating over to the basketball court, because that's why you come to school. Very few people come to school because they want to just be a better weightlifter, right? They come because they want to be a better basketball player, and just reminding them that this is all going towards that same goal.